Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Well, we just got through the elections, and now Assemblyman Tim Donnelly is raising a few eyebrows because he's already talking about looking into running for governor. Why might he be doing this? What's in it for him? Let's ask him. Hi, Tim.
Hey.
Why?
Well, first of all, there just doesn't seem to be anybody else out there who really wants to pick up the ball and run with it. I mean, California is in a precarious place. With a Democrat supermajority, we're going to have one-party rule for at least the next 2 years till the next election. And, I really feel that I can get out there and articulate the ideas that made this country great, and also not just ideas that I have, but also I believe that the people are a great repository of knowledge, and there's terrific ideas, and a big part of a campaign is listening. So we're going to take a listening tour. We're going to talk to Californians and see if we can, together pull our state out of this tailspin.
Well, if counting votes is the equivalent of listening to public opinion, the Republicans didn't do so great in this last election, and some say it's because they were not focused, some say too polarized, and some would say that you're one of the most polarized ever as former head of the Minuteman and the project manager there. So how do you promote the Republican Party and yourself in a mass appealing sort of way this time?
See, I don't think the Republican Party or the Democrat Party are the answer to anything. And I think yes, we got clobbered in the election. We didn't just get beat. In California, we got clobbered, and in large part because we didn't have much of a ground game. And we have to rebuild that in California. That's critically important. The other thing is everybody's advising us that we need to abandon everything we believe in. Just, here we lose one election and they say you should abandon your principles and do whatever it takes to appease the other side so that you'll get votes. When was that ever a winning strategy? You never hear a football coach go into a locker room and say, hey, you know what, let's get out there and
compromise.
Yeah.
Okay, but immigration is a very polarizing issue, and here in California you introduced legislation that mirrored Arizona's, where officers could, if they suspected that a person was an illegal immigrant, question them about that. And immigrants are important to the voting population right now.
Absolutely.
So how do you make your message? What is your message that will make it marketable, palatable?
Well, see, the fascinating thing is I've actually gone and talked to immigrants, unlike the consultants in our party who say, oh, well, here's how you get the quote so-called Hispanic vote. I don't believe there is a Hispanic bloc vote, just like I don't believe there's any other vote based on race. I think that you win votes based on ideas. You win votes based on principles. So if you talk to people, what is their number one concern? It's probably the same as mine, and that's what I'm hearing, which is, hey, I want a job. Mm-hmm. And if your biggest issue is jobs in California, then why does everybody want to talk about immigration when jobs are the number one issue to almost every community in California? And if the Democrats wipe out jobs because they raise taxes to such a high rate, they drive the job creators out of the state, then I ought to have a fair shot at winning your vote. Now, do we have a disagreement maybe on how we ought to deal with the illegal immigration issue? Hey, there's huge, broad disagreement. But one thing is clear. There are a tremendous number of people who immigrated here, and they did it through the legal process. And those people are really upset when we reward people who came here the wrong way. Do we have a dilemma? Absolutely. I mean, do I feel compassion for people who are brought here at 2 and 3 years old? Absolutely. But should we upend the rule of law and wipe out the opportunity for millions of legal immigrants? I don't think that's the answer.
Okay, we'll see. Thank you very much, Tim Donnelly, for being here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Leyton.